Today we're going to learn how to convert your American bottom bracket so that you can run a BSA bottom bracket, or what's also referred to as a Euro bottom bracket, in your American bottom bracket shell. Stick with us and we'll walk through it. Hey, I'm Truman with Park Tool, and today, like we said a little bit earlier, we're going to walk through how to convert this American bottom bracket so that you can run a BSA bottom bracket, or what's also referred to as a Euro style bottom bracket. First thing we need to do here, of course, is remove this old bottom bracket. This one is a 19mm spindle. It ran a BMX crank, and to get this out, we're gonna walk it out with a punch. So walking it out, you hit one side with the punch, then you walk it, then you go to the other side, so it's working its way out like this. What you don't want to do in that is if you hit one side out, it'll cam in there and it can distort the shell and change your measurements. So let's get this going. Let's grab a hammer. Take a punch. There's often a sleeve in there. If you use the punch as a lever, you can lever that sleeve to one side. Hit that side first, like here. And then we're gonna walk it to the top side of that. We have one side out. There's gonna be a sleeve in here. That sleeve spaces out your bearings to make it so you don't compress them too much. Now we're gonna hit the other side out. We're gonna walk it out again. Boom. So we have our old bottom bracket out. Let's clean up the shell a little bit here. This one's looking fairly clean, so we don't need to do a ton of cleaning, but if there's any measurable amount of corrosion, you're gonna wanna kind of rough that off with some steel wool. In this one, fairly clean. We are going to go right ahead and install our new conversion bottom bracket. One thing to pay attention to with these is this is considered a press fit bottom bracket. It's a very early press fit bottom bracket, but it relies on an interference fit. So this cup needs to go in and there should be resistance as you press it in. You shouldn't just be able to push it in with your hands. I have a suspicion based on how easy that other bottom bracket was to take out that this one might be a little out of spec. So we're gonna take our conversion bottom bracket, we're gonna push it in, and if you can push it in even remotely close to all the way with your hand, we're obviously off on the tolerance range. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna use RC compound on this one. If you guys have a proper press fit here, no need to worry about RC compound, or retaining compound. You can use ASC1, anti-seize compound, or you could use standard grease, like PPL1, PPL1000, something along those lines. The important part of that is creating separation from this aluminum cup to this steel shell. And if you don't put any kind of separation in there, like a grease or an anti-seize, then you'll get what is referred to as galvanic reaction. And you're gonna get a good chunk of corrosion in there, and it'll be much, much, much harder to remove these in the future. So we wanna put something in there, whether it's grease, anti-seize, retaining compound, something along those lines. All right, we're gonna first start by pressing in this drive side. So, we're gonna use our AP1 primer. So what this pen is gonna do is it's gonna help create a little separation, but what it's really gonna do is activate the compound. Because steel is a compound that is reactive, it's not super necessary. I'm putting it in there just for safety. And this is the drive side cup. If you ever use a conversion kit like this, you need to make sure to use the right-hand cup on the right-hand side and the left-hand cup on the left-hand side. And you can tell by the threads. This one is reverse thread, which is what a BSA is on the drive side, and the other one is a standard right-hand thread. Allow this to dry a little bit. we let it dry for a little bit here. We're gonna go ahead and press this side on after we get a little RC on here. And what this RC compound is gonna do, it's gonna go up there and say when you press this in, there's high points that create a little bit of a press, but then there's a lot of low points that you're not getting any contact from this bottom bracket cup to the bottom bracket shell. What this retaining compound is gonna do is it's gonna take up any of those imperfections, and then it's gonna actually expand and hold it in place nicely and very consistently as well, which is important. So here, use our HHP2 to press this in. I don't know if you can tell, but that went in very easily. The retaining compound was very important for this bottom bracket. I'm gonna wipe off the excess retaining compound from the outside. Our drive side is done. Let's switch over to the non-drive side. I'm just gonna flip the bike here. All right, so we already put some AP1 on there from our pen. Now, AP1 goes on this cup. We'll let that dry for a second. All right, more RC1. So here's where it gets a little trickier. If I would just push this in, it's probably not gonna line up with the holes on the other side, which we need to thread it into. So I've got this 3mm hex that fits perfectly in those holes. I'm gonna slide that through. I'm gonna line it up with one of these other ones, push this in, kind of get that push started. Now, those are all gonna be lined up. Should work our way around. Might go right through it. Let's try this third one, right through there. So now, put our press in. All right, we'll watch that get sucked right in here. The conversion bottom bracket is installed. I'm gonna put our 3 bolts in to keep this fastened together. These 3, I'm gonna install some TLR1 on there. Some kind of medium to low strength thread locker, highly recommended for something along these lines. A little bit will go a long ways. Torque them to spec. So we've got this converter installed. Now we can run a fairly modern through spindle bottom bracket that is very up to date. You can run all kinds of different crank sets that are possibly a lot lighter than the other ones that were available to an American bottom bracket. Or if you have a crank laying around that you want to repurpose into an older bike like this one, or a bike that just has an American bottom bracket, you can use this to convert, so you can run one of these or something similar to it, and they'll just thread right in there, and you can run your BSA bottom bracket. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for joining us.